Welcome to today's math lesson on finding the surface area of triangular prisms. Our do now is this question that reads, the diagram for a new superslide is shown. It's a right triangle. We're given the length of the hypotenuse and the length of one of the legs. The ladder to the top of the superslider is 9 meters and the slide is 41 meters long. How far is it from the bottom of the slide to the ladder? And so to start off this Pythagorean theorem problem, I'm going to go ahead and label the sides. So my height is going to be my A, my base length is going to be my B, so that makes my hypotenuse my C. Then I'm going to write out what the Pythagorean theorem equation is. So that's A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Then I'm going to plug in the numbers. So we have 9 squared plus, we don't know what B is, so we're going to keep that as B squared, is equal to, C is 41 squared. 9 squared is 81 because that's the same thing as 9 times 9. And then 41 squared is 1,681. So from here, I need to move over the 81 to the other side of the equation since I want to isolate or get the B alone. So 81 minus 81 is 0, so then I'm left with B squared is equal to 1,681 minus 81 is 1,600. So now I have B squared is equal to 1,600. My very last step is going to be to square root both sides to figure out just what B is. So the square root of 1,600 is 40. And our unit of measurement in this problem is meters. So our answer is that B is 40 meters. Our TEK for today is 8.7b. Our lesson target is scholars will find the lateral and total surface area for triangular prisms. And our DOL is given 4 problems. Scholars will find the lateral and total surface area for triangular prisms with 100% accuracy. So as we can see, we're using the same equations as we did yesterday when we were trying to find the surface area of rectangular prisms. But for today, the base shape of a triangular prism is not going to be a rectangle, it's going to be a triangle. So the bases are the triangles, and all the rectangles are the faces. And so when we find the perimeter of the base, we're finding the perimeter of the triangle. When we're finding the area of the base, we're finding the area of a triangle. So the area of a triangle formula is going to be half times base times height. And so this diagram right here points to the different aspects of the triangular prism. So we have the height of the base that we're going to need to use to find our area of the base. And then, of course, the perimeter of the base. And we have the height of the prism, which is separate. That's what our H is. For this first IJU problem, it reads, find the lateral area and total surface area of the triangular prism. So the first thing that I'm going to do is highlight what my base is. So I'm going to highlight this front triangle. The back triangle is also our base, but this front triangle has the different side lengths labeled. So that's the one that I'm going to be starting with. Then I'm going to write out my equation for lateral surface area. LSA is equal to P times H. And remember from yesterday's lesson that P stands for the perimeter of the base. So the perimeter meaning the outside length of the base shape. So then that means that we have to add together 3 side lengths. So we have this is 6.5. So we have 6.5 plus, then we have 5 plus 6.5. Now we have to multiply the perimeter of the base by the height of the shape. So in this case, the height is this length right here. The height of the prism is 7. So now using a calculator, I'm going to go ahead and add and then multiply. So if I add together 6.5 plus 5 plus 6.5, I get 18. And then if I multiply 18 by 7, I get 126. And my unit of measurement in this problem is inches. And remember that when we're finding area or surface area, our unit has to be squared, or our unit is raised to the power of 2. So our lateral surface area, which is the area excluding, not including the bases, which are the triangles, so it's just the area of all the rectangles, is 126 inches squared. Moving on to the total surface area, which I'm going to use TSA to represent, is equal to PH plus 2 times big B. So again, this total surface area includes the lateral surface area. So my lateral surface area is 126, but now we have to actually include the area of the bases. So I have 2 times my area of the base. As a reminder, the area formula for a triangle is half times base of the triangle times height of the triangle. So we have 2 times our base length of the triangle is 5, or we have half times 5, times our height of the triangle is 6. So then we have TSA is equal to 126 plus 2 times half times 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Half of 30 is 15. And then if we do $126 plus 15 times 2 is 30. So 126 plus 30 is 156. So our total surface area, including the units, is 156 inches squared. This next I do is a word problem. It says the bases of a prism are right triangles with side lengths 6 meters, 8 meters, and 10 meters. The height of the prism is 3 meters. What is the lateral area of the prism and what is the total surface area? So for visual learners, I'm going to go ahead and draw out what this triangular prism looks like, or probably looks like. It's not the best drawing. Okay, so the bases of a prism are right triangles. I didn't draw them as right triangles, but side lengths are 6, 8, and 10. So if it's a right triangle, 6, 8, 8, and this will be 10, since the hypotenuse has to be the longest side. And then the height of the prism is 3. And let's say that this is the right triangle right there. Okay, so our lateral surface area formula is P times H. So we have to find the perimeter of the base and multiply that by the height of the prism. So our perimeter is 6 plus 8 plus 10. And then our height of the prism is this 3. Six plus 8 plus 10 is 24. 24 times 3 is 71, or 72. And our unit of measurement in this problem is meters, so it's going to be 72 meters squared. Then for our total surface area, our formula is P times H plus 2 times big B. So next we have our lateral surface area, which is 72, plus 2 times our area of our base. So again, the area formula for a triangle is half times base of the triangle times height of the triangle. So that means that we're going to be using the two lengths that are the legs. So that's the 6 and the 8. So then we're going to calculate our answer. We have 72 plus 2 times half times 6 times 8. Half times 6 times 8 is 24. Two times 24 plus 72 is 120. Or 2 times 24 is 48. And then if we add 72 plus 48, that's 120. So then our complete answer is 120 meters squared. There's some we do problems as well as some you do problems. And finally, your 4-question Google Form DOL. Thank you so much for following along in today's math lesson, and see you in the next math video. Bye.